Welcome to The Lamp, where we shine light on extraordinary businesses and the people building them. I'm your host, Kyan, creator of the Revenue Genie system, because every great business deserves a wish and the light to make it real.
Welcome back to The Lamp, where we shine a spotlight on the leaders protecting the industries we all love. Today's guest, he's known as the Dark Knight of Hospitality. When bar owners feel like the world is closing in, he's the one they call. Lars Kristiansen, VP of Business Development at KEL Insurance, and one of the strongest advocates for bars, clubs, and nightlife in the country. Lars, welcome to The Lamp.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Glad to have you here. So before we get into the heavy stuff, take me back a bit. Before you were defending bar owners from wild insurance hikes, who was Lars?
Yeah, so I, grew up in the Northeast, and as I was growing up, both my parents worked. My mom got into the hospitality insurance industry, and I watched her grow that business and, went off to college, found that I was really good at marketing and sales and had some jobs in New York City. But I also had a passion for nightlife and DJing. I had started DJing when I was 16 years old, always hosting parties, and just kind of fell in love with it and the culture of it. And as I got older and I didn't love my career, I wanted to stay in that nightlife world, and I teamed up with my mom, a few years back, and to continue servicing, these nightclubs that I loved so much, in both, helping them navigate the difficulties of insurance and, managing it's one of their largest business expenses. And I still, on the side, because I love it, will play some shows still. I love the music scene, and I love being able to bring people out to their venues as well. So that's kind of who I am.
That's awesome. And when did you realize, okay, bar owners need a real advocate?
Yeah, I think I knew this watching my mom in the industry and building the business and seeing the litigious world and understanding that there were different types of people that worked in it. Some who are good, who we like to think we are, and some who are maybe not so good. And there's actually a American Greed episode on this industry from years ago about a guy who was a crook who ended up in jail. And I realized that, wow, there's some shady people out here, and uh, I want to be on the right side of it, helping these owners. I want these clubs to thrive, and they're places that I think of so many people that I've met in these spaces, and like, even parties that I've DJ'd, people have like who've found their love. So like you want people, we want these places to thrive so that people can, create these relationships and be step away from the work, once in a while and be the best versions of themselves. And so that's sort of where I was like, I got to stay and I've got to help. So, yeah.
Awesome. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. You said some bar owners are seeing 20%, 50%, even 300% premium increases. For
Right.
everyone listening in plain English, why is that happening?
Yeah, so it comes down to a few factors. Number one, increased amount of claims. So the more claims, what it causes a chain effect. The more claims that come in, a lot of these large insurance carriers, they write all types of insurance, and they say, okay, hospitality, the loss ratio or the amount of claims coming in, we're paying out money, and they want to be profitable, so they step away from insurance or from the hospitality industry. And what happens is there's less competition now. And so the guys that do still exist, they understand this, and they're taking on, a bigger book of business, which increases their risk of paying out claims, and they have to hike their rates up, so that they stay profitable. And it just, unfortunately, it falls onto the bar owners because they could be someone without any claims. And yes, it's taken into consideration, but overall, if the whole industry is paying out, it affects everybody. So,
Let's see. And from your experience, What's one thing a bar owner can do this week to look more attractive to carriers?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing we always say is like do a social media online presence audit. Like make sure that what you are telling your customers and your insurance carriers, everything is consistent with the operations of your business. Because the truth is, like some owners will try to do things to, get a lower rate, and you have to think long term, and you have to like recognize that insurance is something that we need to provide information so that we are covering and protecting your assets. And so by being consistent with everything, starting with like a social media online audit, that's something you can do today, to show that consistency. Yeah,
Very good. Now, let's pull the curtain back on your world. With
sure.
everything happening, what keeps you the busiest inside KEL right now?
The busiest is servicing the our existing accounts, our insureds. It is a servicing business, so our focus is quality of service to our existing insureds. Now, we're happy to bring on new insureds and help them, but we never want to lose that bit about us, because that's why a lot of people come to us and they stay with us. It's not always just about, can you get us a better rate? It's the servicing, it's the picking up the phone, it's the texting back right away, responding to emails. And we really work hard. We really like to be diligent, especially in this age of technology where you can't get anyone on the phone. You've got AI bots that respond to you. We try to bring that human element, to our business, and I think our insureds really appreciate that. And it does take up more time, but it's worth it because it keeps them happy. So,
Excellent. So where do you feel the biggest pull on your time?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Where do you feel the biggest pull on your time?
Where do I feel the biggest pull?
On your time.
Um, Really,
Well, let me ask you this. If I followed you around for a day, what's
okay.
one repetitive task you love to get off your plate?
Yeah, so that would be sort of the how do I say it in a nicer way? The reminding, or as I call quote unquote babysitting of just like the small tasks such as sending out payment, a lot of admin tasks for me because I'm definitely more of like a creative marketing person, not as much operational and admin. So like sending out payment reminders, a lot of times after these inspection reports, these insureds have to go through and maybe update the tags on their fire extinguishers. Just like those small admin reminders and just keeping on to the insured, making sure we're staying ahead of the due dates, would be really helpful to get off my plate so that I could focus on the bigger stuff. So,
Awesome. Awesome. All right, Lars, this is my favorite part of the show.
okay.
Every guest gets this moment. This is where you get to rub the lamp.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Right.
Digitally. Wow.
Yeah. So so I'm granting you three wishes, right? Wish number one. What's one personal wish you'd grant yourself this year and going into next year?
Yeah, I think just personally, like delegating, like I said, delegating my time to other people. Even though it's business focused, I think being able to, if I could be able to pay others to and delegate work and make their lives better by earning money and taking, focus of things that I'm not so good at, give it to them, put it on their plate so I could focus on what I'm good at. That would be definitely a personal wish.
All right. Well, wish number two.
Okay.
What's one business wish you'd grant KEL Insurance?
Business wish. I'd like us to expand our digital presence by doing stuff like this with you. The podcasting. the PR work, the social media space. I do a lot of it on my own. I mean, it's mostly me running it, and then I'm also running a book of business. So I'd like for us to, start creating a much broader digital presence so that people who are hurting can find us. That's the main thing. Like some people just don't know we exist, and we can't help them if they don't know we're here. So
Exactly. That's
yeah.
tough. All right. Wish number 3, the final one. If you could fix one thing in the entire hospitality insurance world, what would it be?
Rates. I wish there were more carriers that were in the hospitality space to create competition, which, everything kind of does funnel back down to those rates. But it's really a small marketplace, and it makes it really hard to navigate, and it really doesn't give the insured a lot of options. And I think being able to create competition, give them more options, I think overall over the long term would be great. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. For our audience, is there anything else you want to tell about you and your company?
Well, we're a family-run business. Like I said, if you call, you'll either get my mom on the phone, you get myself on the phone. And going back to that quality of service, that's something we pride ourselves on. So we want to keep it in the family. We want it to be like you can call us, you can text us, and we want you to feel that we are on your side, because there are people in this industry that I can't say that they're not, but I think a lot of insureds feel that way.
Yeah.
And we want you to feel like we are your agent.
Have that personal touch.
Yeah, we are here to do what's in the best interest of your business. And yeah, if you know friends that need help who are in the industry, send them our way, and maybe we can help, maybe we can't. We don't have the magic insurance lever, as I tell our clients, but we can certainly try.
Well, Lars, you brought clarity to the world that most bar owners feel completely lost in. And for everyone listening, what's the best way for them to reach you or KEL Insurance?
Yeah, so our website is probably the best. It's very straightforward. It's just www.kel, the word insurance spelled out.com. So www.kelinsurance.com. There you can find my phone number, my email address, and we also have online applications that you can go in, or you can submit a contact form. It'll come directly to me, and I will pick up the phone and I will call you and we will talk. So
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here and for being an advocate for industry that desperately needs one. I'm your host, Kyan Lewis, and this has been The Lamp, where we shine a light on extraordinary businesses and the people building them. And we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you, Lars. Your insight today was incredible.
Thanks, man.
This is where business meets its destiny. Under the lamp, we set each vision free. Grant your wish, let success take flight. Catch the beat, your future's